Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. I hope you have done the work given yesterday. Yes or no? So regarding the third lesson, I will be giving tomorrow or day after. But now we will go to the fourth lesson, children. So kindly bear for 2 or 3 days more. We will be telling about the notes, how to do and how to write. So just we are waiting for ma'am's decision regarding the books. Okay. So now let us start with the fourth lesson. The fourth lesson is polar region, children. You all know we have polar region. Remember one thing, we have North Pole and South Pole. There are a lot of differences between the two poles, children. Because an example I will give you. You have seen polar bear? Yes. You have seen penguins? So remember one thing, polar bears are not found at South Pole. Penguins are not found in North Pole. Okay, children, due to various reasons, the climatic conditions and habitations and all differ. Okay, so we are going to learn about the region called polar region. And today, after my class, open the atlas. See how many countries are in the polar region. Or you just see Arctic Circle. Beyond Arctic Circle, above the Arctic Circle, how many countries are there, you just locate. Is it clear? And on the other day, I think I have given you some work, yes or no, to find out about the countries. It is also related to this. That is, I told you to find out the names of countries to the south of equator. Yes or no? So many are there. Some continents only are there in the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere means below equator. Northern hemisphere means above equator. Okay, so if you take Europe, Europe is totally to the north of equator. We have Asia, almost total continent is in northern hemisphere except a few countries like Indonesia and all through which the equator passes. Okay, North America is totally in the northern hemisphere. Now if you take, like, see the questions, Asia, find out the countries. You have Indonesia. Yes, have you found out, children? We have Indonesia. Then is Singapore and Malaysia there? They are just nearby to the equator. And then Africa, you have so many countries because almost from the central part of Africa you have the equator passing. So below equator you have so many countries, children. South America, South Africa, then you have Angola, Namibia, then you have Zimbabwe, Zambia, okay, and then you have Cameroon, then you have Madagascar, okay. All these are from south part of Africa. And then North America, no countries are there below the equator. And then South America, you have northern part, you have Venezuela and Bolivia and all, they are near northern part. If you see the southern part, equator passes through a country called Ecuador. Okay, Ecuador, Brazil. Some part of Brazil is in the northern hemisphere and some part of the Brazil is in southern hemisphere. Same thing with Ecuador. Okay, so you have Argentina, Chile, Peru, okay, Uruguay, Paraguay. These are the countries in South America. Australia, total Australia is in southern hemisphere. Okay, so see the questions there. Did you find any continent which is located entirely to the north of equator? Europe and North America. Because some part of Asia is into the southern hemisphere. Then you have, did you find any continent which is located entirely to the south of equator? Australia and Antarctica. And then, did you find any continent which is spread on both sides of the north and south of the equator? Little part of Asia, South America, Africa. And then, children, you all, I told you, there will, because of the rotation and revolution of the earth, changes happen in seasons. When northern hemisphere has summer, I told you, southern hemisphere will have winter. Yes or no? So this activity I have told you, and some more work related to the third lesson I will giving you tomorrow or day after. But now we have introduction about the fourth lesson, that is polar region. Polar region is in the North Pole. Okay, so First and foremost thing, in the previous lesson I have asked you a question: which country is called as the land of midnight sun? That is Greenland, children. That is Greenland. Okay. So now, where is the polar region? We all know that it is above the Arctic Circle. Okay. So and one more thing I want to tell you is that polar region is also called as tundra. Tundra. Tundra means very very cool, children, because it is also given here. I will be making you underline later. And the vegetation which is present in this polar region is called as tundra. Okay. And seasons means they will have different seasons, children. Even summer will be there, winter will be there, severe cold will be there. And summer, how it will be means very very mild. The sun's rays will be falling slantly, so they will just get the warmth of sun's heat. Sun's heat directly doesn't fall. Oh, little bit of heat they will get, where the ice thaws. Thaws means melts, and a little bit of flowering and non-flowering plants will grow during that summer. Okay. And tomorrow what I'm going to do is I will be telling you all as side heads. So after the lesson is completed, I want you children to write down as per that. First listen to the explanation, then go through the lesson, and then write down each point in your own words. Is it clear? This you have to do. So first listen to me carefully. The seasons I told you all, and then vegetation means plants, children. No tree will be seen. There will be no trees, and the soil. First of all, for trees to grow, you need soil. But here what will happen is continuous depositing of ice will be there. So what happens is, even if you dig up also, you will find only ice but not soil. So that is why this condition is called as permafrost. It is called as permafrost. Why? Frost means, you all know, yes or no? It is freezed. So this permafrost means permanently frozen ice is called permafrost. Is it clear, children? So here, because of the permafrost, what happens is trees can't grow. Okay. And then later you have about the people of tundra. People of tundra region are called as Eskimos. Okay. They are called as Eskimos, and they are also called as Inuits. Okay. See here. This is a way of dressing to face the extreme cold. What is happening? They will wear this type of clothes made of the hides of animals. Hides means skin of animals, and the skin also will be, even the animals which live there will have fat layers below the skin, which will protect them from the extreme cold conditions. Okay. And maybe in your childhood, or maybe in your lower classes, you must have learned that the people near the ice will live in the houses called igloos, made of blocks of ice. They will be in dome shape. Yes, a small entrance will be there. Okay. So what will happen is, these people will wear the animal skins. Mostly seals will be there. You must have seen in Geographic Channel and all, these seals. So they will have fatty skin. Okay. So that skin is being used, and moreover the fat of the animals is used as oil, children. Either to lamp the either as lamps, or even for cooking. Okay. So that I told you, fat will be there under their skin, so they use that. And for the construction of igloos, what they will do, they make blocks of ice, and with that ice only they will construct. No need. Now for us, what we are doing, we are keeping bricks, and for the bricks, in the middle of the bricks we are using cement. But there you must have observed, if you remove the ice from the freezer, ice tray will be there. If you remove them and keep in a plate or something, what will happen? They will get adjusted. They get chicked up. Why? And you can't separate unless and until you pour some water, or you keep it outside. Here what happens is, due to that tendency, these ice blocks will become attached to each other. Okay. And then even inside also they will put the skin, so that it will be warmth for them. Understood? Within the igloo. Okay. And they will be making shoes, And for their coats also they will have this hood. Hood means the cover to for their what you say, head. So even now you will be wearing in winter to cover your ears and all, you have a hood for your sweater. With that you put it on your head, so that hood will be there. And there is a comparison in this, children. Earlier how people used to live, and as technology increased, earlier people were not in contact with the other part of the world, that is the rest of the world. So what happened, they used to have their own way of life, a traditional way of life. They used to kill the animals with the help of a harpoon. Harpoon means, you know, a spear, children. A spear means a metallic pointed one will be there, and which is attached to a skin, a stick. Okay, so here harpoon means it is tied up to a rope, children. So if far away place, if they see any animal, what they will do is they will catch the rope in their hand and throw this. So even at a distance, till the rope is in your hand, to whatever distance it can reach, it will hit the animal. Then they will drag the animal. Okay, and then they used to kill like this. And they use kayaks. Kayaks means small boat-like things which they will use to move from one place to another. They are called as kayaks. And then later what happened is, now when they see, this is all before they had contact with the rest of the world, children. Okay, so they used to use these kayaks. And then sorry, what used to happen, they used to go in the hunt and then bring back the dead animal. Meat they used to store, children, because it is very cold, it will not be spoiled. So they will have a shared life. They used to eat. Okay, and then they used to move on the ice with the help of sledges. Now what is a sledge? Sledge means without wheels. They used to have a cart like thing. Okay, so on that they used to move, and these sledges are pulled by a type of dogs called huskies. Understood? The dogs which are called as huskies. So this is the way where they used to have a life with great difficulty. They used to live in the extreme climatic conditions, children. Okay, and they all are together, because less number of people will be there. So togetherness was there among them, and they will share their life. They will any festivals or anything also they used to share. Later on what happened, they had contacts. Now by aeroplanes they started going to other places, other people started going to their places. They had contacts with the other people and the rest of the world, and then their children started getting education. And what happened, slowly the kayaks were replaced by snowboats. Okay, so in the place of harpoons they started using guns. Okay, so like that changes happened. Snow motor boats, like that they started using them, and a lot of change has come within their lives. Okay, so what is the change? Earlier how they were, at present how they are, we will be discussing tomorrow. Okay, thank you, children.